We are live and on the air. Welcome to OmniBros Live. I am OmniDog, welcoming you to the Monday episode, the interview with IST's Emily Edsall. And with me tonight, from Near Mint Condition, is Omar. Omar, how's it going?
Good, brother. Really looking forward to this. It's been a long time coming.
Yeah,
So,
it has been.
Happy to see Emily here with us tonight to talk about this little website known as
InStockTrades.com.
There we go.
And Gabe will be joining us momentarily, but first let's introduce our guest from InStockTrades.com is Emily. Emily, how are you?
I'm good. Hello, everyone. Thanks for having me on.
Oh, thank you for being on. This is really fun. I know the chat's excited because we have a lot of people already popping in. And we can start with maybe Omar. Do you, I mean, this whole, usually this is where I do my InStockTrades.com commercial, but this whole episode's kind of an InStockTrades commercial with Emily.
You're right.
So, I mean, I can do my commercial if you want.
If you want to, that's fine.
I kind of do because I love doing it.
Why don't we let Emily judge your voice? Go ahead, Jess. Don't mess up, man. Fingers crossed.
InStockTrades.com, where you can get your collections up to back on 2 to 3% loyalty discounts. Every quarter you get an Omnibroslive discount. Over $50 in the United States gets you free shipping. They have fabulous packaging and fabulous customer service. That's InStockTrades.com. How'd I do?
You did good. I liked it.
That's the seal of approval from Emily, man. I guess you got to do it from now on.
Right on. I believe in myself now.
So, InStockTrades, Emily, how did you get involved with these group of guys? How did this happen?
Actually, my sister got a job there first, and I just sort of followed her there. I would help bag and board before I had a job. I didn't want to go through the interview, and so I would just hang out there, and eventually they're just like, fine, you can work here. You don't have to interview. We're going to hire you. And so I started working for DCBS, and I would pick and pack the orders. And then a few years later, I started doing the My Digital Comics email, and I would help prepare those books and upload them onto the website. And I realized that I really liked doing computer stuff. And so Cameron let me train on InStockTrades email, and I helped do those orders as well. But then eventually it just became too time consuming that I just stick with email for like the most part. So I do that. I do InStockTrades email and Tales of Wonder email.
And Tales of Wonder is a storefront?
No, it's just the website.
Oh, okay, it's a website. Okay.
Yep.
It's the one that they acquired a few years ago.
Yep.
So when did that start? What year was that you were just hanging out with your sister at this place and they just let you come in and have free labor?
It was like 10 years ago. I was working at a grocery store, and I just hang out with my sister and go there because her boyfriend worked there, our friends worked there, so I would just go and hang out for the fun of it.
Now, were you into comic books at the time?
No, not at all. Like, it was never a part of my life before this job. Never thought about it.
It was just a fun place for you to hang out with your sister.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun back then. It was pretty crazy. They didn't have a lot of rules at DCBS. And so we would work long hours, and they would just blare music for like hours, like Andrew WK, just crazy music for hours. And it was just craziness.
I don't think I would be able to work at a place like that. I think that's who they get probably, right? Are people that are not normally into comic books. Because otherwise people would just be opening things up going, let me read this really quick, and then box stuff up.
Yeah, that's true. There would be people that would leaf through stuff just to see, but I think a lot of them are comic book readers, which helps because when you're picking orders, you know who the publisher is, where the book's going to be.
And do you read comics at all? At all?
I have read Why the Last Man and Preacher and most of Fables, and I liked all of those. So I am a Vertigo fan. I tried reading Morning Glories, but that one was kind of hard. But a lot of Image titles I think look awesome. I don't have the time to sit there and read books all the time, so I just don't get into it.
Well, you picked some good books to read. Those are great ones to read, except for Morning Glories.
That's what I was gonna say. Those are like gateway comics into the other comic books, like Why the Last Man, Preacher, and Fables.
And Fables. I love Fables.
Basically,
I love those books.
We suggest people read for first-time readers.
Gabe, we can't really hear you too well, just so you know.
Damn it! Motherfuck, give me a minute.
Okay. I told you there. I told Emily in the pre-interview that one of you two would drop that. I win the bet.
Wait a minute.
And it wasn't Omar. I'm shocked.
That's a racist bet, Jess.
So you have been working there for 10 years. That's awesome.
Yeah.
That does remind me of Kramer, when that episode of Seinfeld, when he worked at that place and he wasn't really working there. Then they ended up firing him, and he was like, "You can't fire me. I don't work here."
Was that the bagel place when he dropped his bubble gum in the bagel dough?
I really cannot remember, but that's what it reminded me of. Like, they just noticed this guy was working there one day. They just let him work there. So why don't you tell us a little bit, like, you started off with Cameron and crew in InStockTrades then, when they were based out of Indiana. They moved. They have since moved to Tennessee. Have you relocated, or are you still in Indiana?
No, I'm still in Indiana, and I work from home currently. So I have never seen the warehouse in Memphis. I've seen like 2 pictures of it, and that's it. So how everyone's like, oh, she's going to tell us like the inside scoop. I don't really know much. And it's been like 3 years, I think, since they moved down there. So they've done a lot of upgrades with how they like process orders. So I am kind of out of the loop a little bit.
So we don't know then if it's haunted or not. You've never been there.
No, I haven't been there. I don't think it is. I haven't heard any stories, at least.
I'm trying to make it up and see if I can make up an urban legend.
It would be cool.
So you
go ahead.
No. I had a follow-up question.
Good. Go ahead. Follow it up.
Okay. So you work from home. So when we send our ridiculous questions to you, like, hey, Emily, when is this book coming out? Where's my Fourth World Omnibus? Why does this book have a ding? How in the world do you control all these questions that come to you when you're not physically there at the place?
Yeah.
You know that they've got a bad, like, I'll use Batman and Robin, for example. The Batman and Robin Omnibus, everyone of them from like the first printings had like a bad ding on the back or something, right? I'm sure you guys got more than 25 emails about the same thing. Like, how do you do control? Like, how do you do this from home where you're not physically there to see the books?
Yeah, a lot of people, I'll ask them to send me a picture of damages so that we can verify, like, yeah, we do have a copy available that's in a better condition. Or for that, when we knew that it was a widespread thing, we just accepted the returns. Like, if I have questions, I'll text Cameron. I'll say, hey, can you check this email from this day and tell me what you think? Or just from doing it for so many years, I know the best way to handle it, so I just deal with it. And then if like someone gets angry, then I might be like, hey, Cam, you can take care of that. Or tell me what to say.
Hey, can you guys hear me better now?
Yeah.
Excellent. Just so, I don't know if you heard me earlier, Jess, but that was a super racist bet between me and Omar. You can't do that kind of stuff, man.
We did hear that part.
You know, I have kids.
Good.
I have kids. I know how to watch my mouth, guys.
I got kids too, motherfucker.
Yeah, but I love my kids.
Yeah, that's true. But your kids love me.
So you've been So you get, as a matter of fact, I think maybe last 10 days or so, you and I had an interaction where I had stupidly ordered something that I didn't mean to order. You got back to me within like 2 hours and said, no problem, I took it off your order. Can you have access to orders from your house and you can just go in and take the order off?
Yeah. Yeah, I go onto the admin website and I can change quantities in orders, or I can change payments. I can issue refunds. So I do all of that. It's just if someone removes a book or substitutes a book, I have to text Cameron or someone there and say, order whatever, substituted that book or refunded a book. It's ready to ship now. So then they know the update and they process the order. So we kind of have like a system, like Cameron responds very quick. So I can answer email pretty quickly and keep up with it.
So that is something to keep in mind, like when we all do ask you things, like you are not physically there. You cannot physically go and look for another book to see if it's still in stock or when it's come in. Oh, yeah, that's going to make your job a little bit tougher, but that's good to know.
Yeah. And if anyone makes a mistake, I had no part in it because I'm not there.
So we can't blame you if we get goofy things in a shipment because you don't actually physically ship the books yourself.
Exactly.
What I don't remember if we asked Cameron what precipitated the move to Tennessee from Indiana.
It was closer to the Diamond Distribution Center. Were you guys not paying attention to our own damn show that we were having that day? Am I the only one listening?
Probably not.
It sort of rings a bell.
What'd you say, Omar? I wasn't listening.
Yeah. No, I remember him. That was the reason, right, Emily?
Yeah. Yeah, that, and I think they're closer to like a FedEx hub or something. So it helped with shipping stuff faster.
And can you tell us, you've been doing it for 7 years, so you've seen all kinds of people, all kinds of emails. Does anything stick out that you can tell us, maybe the oddest or the strangest? The strangest kind of interaction you've had with somebody? Is there anything that sticks out? And you don't have to name names. Just there's got to be
How about all the
something.
emails she gets from Jess?
especially if they're in this chat, you don't have to use names.
Yeah. No. I've had people cuss at me. I've had people tell me I was lying or we're trying to scam them. Like with any customer service job, you get those people. But the one thing that sticks out in my mind, because it was recent, is the whole fourth world misprinting. That was such a headache because we sent out that mass email telling everyone the directions on how to get a free replacement. You take off the front hardcover, send it back, and you get a book. And so immediately after we send that out, people start emailing and they're like, well, I just want to verify, should I remove the front hardcover? And it's like, yeah, you just remove it. And then they would ask, well, how do you want me to remove it? Any way that you want to. Am I allowed to use a sharp object to remove it? Like, there's just so many questions. And it was like for 2 weeks. And I'm just like, come on. But I get it.
I use a chainsaw to get my book cover off.
Yeah, my sister and I joked that we were going to make like a directional video of different ways you could remove a front hardcover and post it. And
Oh my
like,
gosh,
this is how
you
you do it.
Does
Next
your sister still work there?
No, she quit like after a few years.
Okay.
Yeah.
I can kind of see emails like that though, because some people tend to be OCD. Like if kind of like what is that rule with the dollar bill? If you cut too much, you can, or not enough, you can go get a real like dollar whenever it's cut. Anybody know what I'm talking about? Work at a bank? Nope. No. Never mind. Nothing like that. Nothing like that at all.
You're gonna have to go with a different analogy. You lost us on that one.
That's the only one I know.
But I get it. Like, it was an expensive book, so you want to make sure you do it the right way and not ruin your chances of getting that replacement. So I understood them wanting to check it, but also I was just like, you guys claim to read books all the time, but you can't understand simple English.
These people who read for a living aren't very literate.
What is this cover you speak of?
Yeah.
Go ahead, Omar or Gabe.
Oh, I was going to look at the questions real quick that we had sent her.
Oh, okay. Well, somebody in the chat knows what you're talking about, $1, so you're not alone in your weird Illuminati conspiracy.
No, that's just Omar's Wi-Fi agreeing with them. That's all. That's not real.
She has popped in the chat before.
Only to call me out.
That's what this is.
She never agrees with me. I can
She's
guarantee
trying to back up your alibi, buddy.
I can guarantee that.
Yeah. Anyways, hi Emily. I don't know if I really got to say hi the first time I popped in.
Hi. Yeah, you didn't get to.
So if there's a Christmas party, will they fly you down for the Christmas party?
No, I don't think so. I mean, I'd be willing to drive myself down, but I don't know if they'd fly me down.
Given your value to the corporation, I will email Cameron tomorrow and insist on that.
You should.
And so you've read a few books. Do you have a general knowledge through Cameron of what is going to be maybe the hot book or the popular book, so you can sort of prepare yourself? Do you have knowledge that way, sort of?
Yeah, like I know, like the Omnibus or Absolute editions, Artist editions, those are going to be popular. And then just kind of by character, like how well the movies do, I kind of base it off of that. Like, oh, that's going to sell out quick because that movie just came out. But yeah, we talk about the movies a lot, or we just talk about stuff happening in comics a lot, Cameron and I. So I feel like I do kind of keep up to date, and then I watch your podcast and you guys talk about books. So then I feel like I kind of stay in the loop a little bit.
Do we still talk about books? Every once in a while we do. Oh, thank you. Thank you.
That's excellent to hear. Badass.
We like to keep people in the know. We also like to freak people out when things are selling out. Just to watch.
Yeah.
It's like
we also like to pretend and make up that things are going out of print too. We do that a lot.
Gabe and Jess and their irredeemable thing.
Well, it turns out my other favorite book, Joyride, the first trade paperback, is now not only out of stock at InStockTrades, but also Amazon, and third-party sellers are jacking up the price. So
this is what we do, Emily.
This is what we do. If you want to get a great book before it goes out of print and gets jacked up in price, you better find Joyride at your local comic store or online quickly.
I suggest they email IST and ask Emily.
Yeah, right.
No! Don't do that.
But Jess, we were right about Irredeemable going out of print, and I was also right about the Infinity Gauntlet box set only having like 100 copies left in stock, and then that fell out of print almost immediately after that too.
Yeah, you were right about that box set. That thing sold out quickly.
Which is crazy because that's a $500 retail price box set.
I think that might be coming back in like July or August.
It is. I think it's coming back without a poster.
Right, that's right.
Gabe?
Yeah, without the badass fabric poster. That set's totally not worth it anymore.
You could sell your first print box set and buy your second print box set. There you go. It's still the same material. Emily, you're since you're not reading comic books, are you into the like superhero movies? Do you watch those to keep up? You said with books.
Yeah, I love the movies.
Okay.
Amazing. Infinity War was amazing. Black Panther, Spider-Man. I don't really like Deadpool. It was just like too gory for me.
Yeah. See that.
But I'm not very picky about movies, so I like love them all.
How did you feel about Batman versus Superman?
Wasn't great.
Wasn't great. Okay, I'll take
League was worse.
That was a loaded question, Omar. That was a loaded question.
She said she's easily entertained, so I had to throw that out there.
Yeah, but she didn't say she was stupid, though.
It wasn't that bad.
It wasn't great either.
So what's
All
a
right.
typical workday like
There
for
it
you
is.
then? You get your youngster off to school, you come back home, and like how many emails a day do you think you have to deal with, and what else besides customer service is on your plate?
Usually, like on a Monday, I'm gonna have a lot more email, and that's at least like over 100. Normally, any other day, it's like 70 to 100 emails.
Whoa.
So yeah, my main focus is that the InStockTrades and Tales of Wonder email. Every Tuesday, I have to manually export the Tales of Wonder orders into our shipping queue. And then throughout the month, like the middle of the month, I have to charge DCBS orders. I help get the DCBS website ready for the new items. So like I'll price variants, I'll create bundles, stuff like that. And I also help organize like the business expenses with bank statements for a tax lady. And I collect data for our monthly sales tax spreadsheet. So I have a lot of like little jobs that I do, but it's mostly email.
So you are constantly on your computer all
Yes.
day.
Yeah.
I have a question. Many years ago, they used to have a phone number that you could call, and I'm sure it was a wise decision to get away with that phone number, like to get rid of that phone number and just stick to emails, because your phone would be blowing up a lot throughout the day.
Oh yeah.
Because
Yeah,
I think it's a culture of like instant like answers, right? That's what we want. We want instant answers. We don't need automated voicemails. We want somebody picking up the phone, answering. Where the hell's my fourth world, Emily? You know, how much of this cover do I need to rip off?
Yep. And yeah, some of the situations it takes a lot of researching. Like I have to go back and forth between like Tales and Wonder and InStockTrades to try and get different information. So if it was a phone line, like it would be so stressful to be like they're talking in my ear and I'm trying to look at stuff. So I'm glad that we don't do it, and I don't like talking on the phone. So I'm really glad we don't do it.
Now, Emily, real quick, I got a question. I used to train corporate businesses on a job like yourself that you do for email support, social media support and stuff like that. So I'm curious, if you're doing 100 emails a day, do you have any kind of like automatic template that you put into your email, like a cut and paste kind of standard, or is all your emails like 100% like hand typed out every single time?
No, I do have some like saved responses that I can just click it in there. And so it is a lot faster, but I'd say that's maybe like 40% of them. A lot of them I always think like, oh, I can just create that saved answer and save myself time, but I don't do it. It's such a habit just to type it out that I just do it.
I don't like shortcuts either, Emily. I'm the same way. I don't know why.
Oh man, I was all about those shortcuts. Dude.
I should start using them.
It helps with my typing skills, so I don't mind.
Oh, there we go.
Even my phone has like automatic responses.
So if you're home, do you listen to music while you have or have the TV on, or is it just, do you like to work in utter silence?
No, I don't have the TV on because that would be too distracting. But I listen to music or I listen to podcasts like all day.
What kind of music do you listen to?
Oh, like everything. I don't know. Oldies.
Oh, wait. What's your definition of oldies? Please say 80s, early 90s.
No,
like 80s,
no, please tell me it's
90s.
Like. I was gonna say. I was hoping she was gonna say oldies, like I'm Your Puppet, and like old school, like West Side Gangster music.
Classic rock,
Yeah.
Like Google.
Lowrider. Yeah.
But I do like musicals, so I listen to those soundtracks a lot too.
Yeah.
They had a Spider-Man musical for a while.
Oh,
I think a lot of people got hurt.
Yeah,
I think every
Spider-Man
they casted fell. Yeah.
Yeah. Let's see. So if you're into music and you're also listening to podcasts. Do you just listen to podcasts about your job, or do you have other hobbies that you enjoy podcasts on? Like, are you into like murder mystery podcasts? What kind of things do you listen to?
Yeah, I like murder mystery and just like the legal system and how people go to jail and they're innocent, but they can't do anything about it. That stuff amazes me and it terrifies me.
Oh, no.
And then just like goofy podcasts. I listened to one where they make fun of a TV show called Riverdale. And so
Wait,
I watched the show.
have you seen that show?
Yeah.
What do you think of Riverdale?
Oh, it's cheesy, but I like it.
Jess loves that
It's
show.
great stuff. Yeah, me and Jess love that show.
I love Veronica.
I was going to say that we love Veronica.
I was going to say,
That's
you
really
guys
it,
only
yeah.
watch it for one reason. This is not the plot.
Yeah, I mean, every parent in that show is some evil demagogue bent on the destruction of their children or controlling their children. It's the weirdest parental system I've ever seen. I don't know how any of those kids are anything other than Stepford children. Those parents are so out of control.
Yeah. It's a good show.
I imagine that podcast must have a field day with them.
Oh my gosh, it's amazing.
What's the name of that podcast? I got to check it out now.
Page 7.
Okay, cool. I'm doing that.
You should.
And so it sounds like Cameron relies on you an awful lot. What happens? Who's your backup in case you're sick? You're sick, or you take a vacation, and Cameron is all of a sudden without you. What's he do? First he panics, and then what does he do?
Got to copy and paste those fourth world emails.
Yeah. Either he does email or his daughter Mackenzie answers email. Yeah. So it's kind of nice. It's really hard when they go on vacation, like when they're not there, because then I have to rely on other people to answer my texts in like a timely manner, and it hasn't always happened.
Oh, and you said Cameron's always really fast with his answers, but other people are not?
Yeah, or they just don't do it. And so then I'll tell someone, oh yeah, your order's going to ship today. And then they email back like a week later. And it's just like, well, I thought it was going to.
Speaking of orders, fortunately, we haven't gotten any of these questions yet because it's a joke in the group. I just ordered. Why hasn't my order shipped 2 seconds later? But what do you do if somehow disaster at sea or something strikes, or somehow your package gets lost? Do you have systems in place to verify and substitute, or what do you do when these? I hate to say it, but it's like Christmas all the time when these packages come, and nerds are standing at their doorstep waiting for these packages. So what happens when you get a frantic nerd email saying, I haven't got my package, and it turns out to be lost?
It kind of depends. Like a lot of our tracking options, they're not insured. So if they get lost, there's not much we can do about it. We usually ask people to check with neighbors to make sure it's not delivered to an incorrect address. But other than that, we just have to send out a free replacement and just say, if your first package shows up, just let us know and we'll send you a label to ship it back.
Well,
so you're kind of just trusting people to be honest and not lie about a package.
That is a wonderful customer service, though. You don't really find that anywhere, with the exception of Amazon. Right? If Amazon, because Amazon's a multi-billion-dollar company, they can afford. Yeah, sure. Your package got lost. Sure, we'll send you another PlayStation 4 or whatever. You're right. You have to believe people are genuinely no, my package is not here. The mail said it's here, but it's not.
Yeah, but Amazon actually cut that off too now.
Amazon did what now?
Amazon is no longer doing returns for people who do too many returns.
Oh, right.
Yeah, they've always done that though. They kick people out of the Amazon Prime if you return way too much. So is that where your the damage books come from, Emily? Like people complain, like, "Hey, I have a little ding in my book. I'm going to ship it back. I want my money back, or I want another book," and then that's where you guys end up putting those books on the damage sales.
I think so. That kind of started after they moved to Tennessee. I think as long as it's not severe, then yeah. Or as they're like unloading shipments from Diamond, if there's a damaged book, they'll set it over there.
Mm.
Okay.
And I've noticed that, well, everybody noticed that you and Cameron are now members of the Omnibus Collectors Comic Swap and Community, the Facebook page that the three of us met each other on. And
This
the
is the
genesis.
first time you've got it right. Like you've
Yeah, you
never said that right.
Right
That's
way.
awesome.
Yeah, all of a sudden.
You've been practicing all day. This is good. Go ahead, Jeff. Sorry.
Has that helped you to monitor what people are excited about, or what people are disappointed about, or has it helped IST for you guys in any way? Has it helped being members of the page?
Oh yeah, it has. Like it's so much easier than having like 30 people send an email asking the same question. I can just post it in that group and it gets to so many people, and then they're not sending me emails. Or I've seen before that someone will post my email in the group and just say like, hey, just send them an email and ask them. And it's just like, you don't need to send an email. Please don't. And so I'll just post in there and say there's no need to email. It's fine. So it has helped a lot to just be able to contact a lot of our customers. And I was able to see just what people complain about with the company, or what can we work on to make better.
You see
So
complaints?
it is nice.
I don't see many complaints on the page.
Yeah, I don't see a whole lot of complaints either. And if
Other than
whenever there is
other
a
than the-
complaint, whenever there is a
Other than
complaint,
the-
you see the thread just blow up of everybody defending IST and defending
Yeah.
Emily.
Yeah, I feel bad for those people that say anything negative because they're going to be attacked.
Yes.
Jess just usually throws the ban hammer on them.
Yeah.
I let the group take care of the person. I don't even have to step in.
Yeah.
I think some of my favorite questions, I think it was a month or two ago, maybe it was somebody new. Somebody had asked, like, has anybody ever ordered from this IST place? And like within a few seconds, like I didn't even bother replying. It was just like these huge replies about like how wonderful you guys are and stuff. So
Yeah, there's definitely a lot of loyalty in the group. So it's awesome.
It's really what happens when you have great customer service, you know, and you have a product that we all want. You have amazing prices and you throw in wonderful customer service. Yeah. I mean, it's a win.
Yeah.
Yeah. The page is extremely loyal. I think before the chat got started, Emily and I were talking, and I was saying, I was trying to explain to her why people were so interested in an interview with her, and she I don't know. Are you feeling any of the vibe now as to why people are so interested in you and IST?
I don't know.
Are you still sort of wondering all about it?
Yeah, like I just see myself as a customer service person. Like I just answer email. It's nothing special. I just help people. So when I have all these people talking about how great I am, I'm just like, why? I'm just doing my job. So it feels really good to have the positive vibes from everyone. It's just weird, I guess.
Well, I think you stand out because you just take it. It sounds like you take it personally that you want to give good customer service, and a lot of people don't get that great a customer service because we're, you know, a lot of times we get on the phone and we're rerouted someplace that's not even necessarily having something to do with what we want to talk about, and we get misunderstood. But you know, IST just responds quickly and in a positive manner and the way we want to be treated. And when you're waiting, when you got an 8-hour window to wait for your cable guy to come, or it's 20 minutes before Emily responds to you, it's easy to see how you get such a popular vibe in the group going, because I think it's kind of a throwback, and I'm dating myself. It's a throwback to maybe when I was younger, and you
used to dial 0, and the multi-operators would be like, "Who are you trying to call?"
You'd ring the phone.
When you have to use your feet to stop your car.
You'd ring the phone like this and get the operator and say, "Connect me to IST," and
just better than like have pauses in between your conversations. You can't. You gotta
it
keep it going.
Gets filled with you nimrods.
No, I agree with Jess. Everything he said. I think you take time to make a possible bad thing better, right? Like somebody's book gets damaged. That's a bad thing. Like what people start freaking out. I guess there's nothing you can do, and then they email you, and you're like, oh, no matter what, we're gonna take you. So the customer always comes first. Which is harder to find these days.
Yeah,
So
and that's how Cameron is. Like, he wants to help his customers, and him and I are very similar with that. Like, we want to help people. We want them to enjoy the business. So we're going to do what we can do to help them out.
Yeah, I think that model is proof that customer service first can be successful. It's not necessarily just your cheapest prices, but the fact that you are customer service friendly. Omar, do you want to handle that question that Michael Curry asked?
Yeah. Are you guys hiring?
In Tennessee, maybe.
Yeah? Like box movers, whatever. I don't think these guys would care. I wouldn't care. Just want to see.
You probably fill orders all day.
I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
I know how that is.
I've worked in warehouses before and back of trucks. So you've never been to the warehouse. So you've never seen like how huge it is, or Cameron was telling us about it. And Jess and I joked about taking a field trip over there.
I don't think we joked.
That's not a joke. That's not going to happen.
I think we want to do that.
Yes.
Yeah, if you guys go, I'll go with you.
All right, road trip.
Field trip.
Yeah.
I have a certain credit card on file we could use, guys. Torpedo Comics credit card.
Oh, nice.
Wow, trigonosis. Yeah. Please don't hire any of the nerds in here. They can't lift more than 5 pounds.
Well, I'm just saying it's 5 pounds. They gotta lift Omnibus every so often, right?
Yeah, those things get heavy. I mean, well,
that's a fact.
Yeah, I wonder like how Diamond ships those, right? Like how many Omnis can they fit in a box?
Oh.
Have you ever seen those? Like when they were up there?
It's like 6 in a box, 8 in a box.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that box gets pretty heavy.
Yeah.
So what was your next suggested reading? Like where are you going to go after Fables? Have you been keeping an eye on the group, or all you got to do is ask the group and they will tell you where you can go read. You'll get 100 comments.
Oh my gosh, you get 500 comments on what you should read next.
I did do that a few months ago, and I tried Sandman. I read like 2, maybe 3 trades, and I gave it up. I couldn't like keep up with everything that was going on. I didn't really get a lot of it. I was kind of bored with it. And so I have the first hardcover of Lock and Key, so I want to try that. Finding the time to sit there and read a book, it's kind of hard. So I haven't done it yet. What
since you're not a comic book nerd like us, in your spare time, what do you like to do? Do you collect anything, or do you have hobbies?
I don't collect anything. I like to go running and doing bike rides, or I like to help my parents with their yard work. I mean, that's kind of lame, but it's fun.
It's sweet. It's not lame.
I like that. I like that the lady that is physical is calling herself lame to like the 3 comic book guys that collect these giant books filled with comic books. Nice.
I think that's totally sweet that you're so close to your family. That's awesome.
Yeah, Yeah, we're close.
Yeah, not lame at all. Don't sell yourself short. That's great.
Yeah,
Yeah,
spend as
and
much
Lock
time with
and
your parents
Key
as you can.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
And Lock and Key is genuinely scary, I thought. It definitely gave me the creeps. So just be
Yeah.
prepared for that. If you like to be scared, that's a good one.
Oh, I do. Yeah, I think I read like the first trade paper years ago, and I liked it. So I just need to get time and read it.
It's not that bad of a read either. It's a pretty quick read, I think. And once you get hooked into the story, you want to keep finishing it.
Yeah.
So you don't have any insight then, since you haven't been to the warehouse, on people are actually interested in like the actual workings of the machine that creates the foam that fits around the books. That's how technical some of these questions are.
Well, that's been around for a while, though.
Yeah. Yeah, I've
Yeah,
used
that's what
the
used to be.
robot before.
It's a robot? Does it have
Yeah,
a
we
name?
call it the robot.
Okay.
Is
But
it
yeah, they
self-aware?
have like different sizes of the packs. So if it's like a small box, you hit a certain number and it's only going to fill up so much solution in those bags. And then it expands, you put the books in, let it set around it, and then close the box and tape it up. For bigger boxes, you're going to do probably like 2 pieces in there, maybe 3 pieces. And yeah, so it just depends, and it'll expand around it.
And if it's an absolute, you're going to get 8 yards of packing popcorn.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
I have a
I like it.
I have a question. This is so I think we've all worked places like that have a family discount day. Do you guys have like a extra family discount day at InStockTrades, where your family that collects comic books gets an additional discount?
No, I have an employee discount, but
Oh, there we go.
yeah. So I'll buy books for like people in my family or pop figures. I'll buy those. Like my husband really likes them, so I do that. But it doesn't
Your
really
husband
extend to families.
Your husband collects pops?
Yeah, he has like the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle ones.
Cool.
He's really into those.
Oh yeah, those. I think we're all of us have gotten some kind of pop figures here. Between me, Gabe, and Jess.
I have a few.
Yeah, same here.
What about I know when I posted that we were going to interview you, Peter M was saying he's interested in what some of the most interesting shipping puzzles were, and I'm trying to figure out what that actually meant. But they're
What if you meant like if you're ordering like the Little Nemo book and then a couple of manga, like how do you box that? How do you put that in a box and then like you know with that machine, I guess?
No, we would use Peanuts for that, I'm sure. But they have like huge boxes that they have available for packing.
Mm-hmm.
So they have stuff for that. I know when Peter was moving out of the country, his one order wasn't going to ship in time. So it was kind of like a race against the clock of if it doesn't get there in time, he's not going to receive it. So what can we do to work with him? So I can see that as being a puzzle, and like I love that stuff. It's a mystery I need to solve to help someone so we don't have to cancel an order.
Oh, okay. And so what ended up happening?
I can't remember. We might have had to cancel the order just because by the time it was going to ship, like we offered to upgrade it and he could pay more for shipping, but I think he just felt better to wait and order it once he moved.
To New Zealand?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I mean, we tried to work with him to get it there. It was just a tricky situation.
Do you guys do a lot of international shipping?
Yeah, I would say so. A decent amount.
Because I think it's still cheaper to get it through IST sometimes, some books, and to pay that additional shipping cost than to get it over like in Europe.
Yeah, it's amazing to see some of the shipping costs. like that people are willing to pay that much.
I mean, if it's a sought-after book and it's not available anywhere else, and you've got a pretty big discount on it, I mean, some people are willing to do that. There was a book that went out of print a few years ago, and I can't remember what it was. And there was a guy that had a decent price on it on like Amazon used booksellers, Amazon Marketplace, and so I had it shipped from England, and it was an omnibus, so I know how much those things can get up. Because I mean, those boxes get heavy.
Oh yeah, yep. It can be expensive.
Oh yeah, I sent a book to Ryan Sace before, just a book, and it was astronomically expensive just to send a single book internationally. Well, guys, do you have any other questions for our friendly guest?
Well, you caught me off guard there, Jess. I was looking at the chat.
I've been looking at the chat, and I wasn't seeing any real questions for Emily. So I was just.
I do have a follow-up question to what you said. You got cursed at, right?
Yeah.
Like this is through email. And,
I'm sorry.
and here's a question, because I think all of us have worked at some kind of customer service before. Are these are the people that are like, F off, I'm never coming back, and then you see another order by them like a week or two later? You ever get those? Okay. That's
yeah, some of them. Or like we inactivate their account and they're like, I'm never coming back. And a few months later, they're like, I can't log into my account. And it's just like, well, I thought you weren't coming back.
That's awesome.
Empty threat.
Yeah.
Well, here's Omnipool. He says, thanks for your hard work, Emily. Love IST. So there's something from Omnipool.
Thank you.
But yeah, that was my follow-up question. Was there anything else in the chat you said, Jess?
No, there was a couple of thank yous from people who won the $50 gift credit. So that's actually a pretty big deal for IST to do that, to
that is a big deal.
Offer that $50 gift card. So there were the last couple of winners have thanked you. That would be Taylor and Aiku. Said international shipping is why I still haven't used the $50 credit thing. Need to build up a significant order.
Oh, yeah.
And Josh Angel is saying, yes, thank you, Emily, for putting up with my slightly picky returns. Uh-oh. Is Josh Angel a problem customer?
Uh-oh.
There's so many.
Have you asked him what was like the weirdest like damage, like, like crybaby little like damage that you saw on a book before?
We've had someone return an order because he said he couldn't handle the way that the book smelled. He said he was allergic to them. I mean, you kind of have weird stuff after a while.
How the book smelled.
Yeah.
You mean that awesome book smell? Like, come on, who doesn't like that smell?
And that particular order only, or like all books in general?
No, it was just the one order. I guess I don't remember if they've placed other orders with us, but yeah, it was just the one. He wanted to send it back.
Here's a good question from Jake. Is there something you would like customers to do that could make your job easier?
Yeah, stop emailing.
No, I feel like the job is pretty easy. Like I've got my routine. I know what I'm doing. So it's not too hard.
Okay. I was expecting you to say something, but you seem very satisfied with all the nerds coming at you with their emails.
That's job security, man.
I mean, I feel like the questions that they do have, they're good questions. There might be sometimes that it's just like, if you look at our website, it would show you what you're asking, but I don't mind doing it. I like helping people, so it works.
Yeah, I would say you must have the exact perfect personality for customer service, and I think that must be why it's such a perfect fit.
She mows her parents' lawn. I think that's part of the.
I don't mow. I don't mow. I just help like pull weeds and rake.
Oh man, okay, never mind then. I take it back.
Yeah.
Philip Evans said thank you for the extra 4% off discount code. That was really nice of you guys.
Yeah, that was a great thing too. We love that code.
You guys bring us a lot of customers, so why not?
Nice.
That's what I want to hear. That's
Yeah.
good. That's awesome.
That's exactly what I want to hear.
Yeah.
What her most common
here
question
we go.
is?
Here we go. Avengers. What's the new one? Hickman's Avengers is going out of print, right?
Number one.
That's the rumor.
That's the rumor. I think Emily started that rumor.
No.
Somebody copied her email on the Facebook group. And that started like, oh my god, oh shit, it's out of stock at Amazon too. Oh my god, what are we gonna do?
I'll check Diamond in the morning. I'll check Diamond tomorrow and see what it says in there.
See what it says for Joyride too.
That's what we do, Emily. We start fires so they can go.
Don't do that. Please.
Start emailing you. You guys have any more of those Hickman Avengers left?
Hey, you guys remember Valiant?
Right now.
What about remember when that Valiant craze that happened like about a year or so ago?
Yeah, I remember that
really
Riley emailed me and like apologized.
That's right, he did. I remember that now. He totally apologized about it. That's great.
Yeah.
Somebody asked if you could send him a free omnibus, Emily.
That guy's a bastard. That guy's a scumbag. Can somebody ban him real quick, monitors?
Guys, that was my question.
We do get questions like that. Like
really?
someone saying, yeah, they'll say, hey, it's my birthday. Can I get a free book? Or can I get a free coupon?
Oh my god, I have never thought about that.
Yeah.
I'm usually that guy, but I'm like, I can't do that I can't do that to an online ordering place. Like if it's like if I'm at like, Applebee's, hey, it's my birthday this week again.
Or at Denny's.
That I could do. Yeah, I'm a classy guy. I go to Denny's and Applebee's. Even worse, I take my dates there, and then I'm like, it's their birthday when they're in the bathroom, and I'm like, oh, look, they brought you free dessert. This date's going great.
Yeah, we embarrass them with that stupid song all the waiters have to do.
I was the type of guy that would pay with a coupon. Anyway, sorry, that's way too much information about me.
And you also put ketchup on your steak.
No, gross. Let's see. Yeah, okay, so Josh Angel was asking if there's any damages so bad that you don't even sell them in the damage sale. Like how bad, do you know how bad they have to be? You mentioned
they have to be like reader copies. If like the pages are falling out, or I think if like the cover is unattached, we don't do that. Just as long as you can still read the book, we're gonna offer it as damaged.
I've gotten damaged before from IST, and if they were returned as damaged, I don't know, every book that I've gotten from that's been quote damaged has been like a perfect copy with maybe a slight imperfection in it. So I don't know if somebody's returning these books, I think they're crazy. But if they get damaged, if they are considered damaged when they come in from Diamond, then somebody's super picky when they look at the books, because my damaged copies have all been really nice.
Yeah, we do have some picky customers that it does seem very minor, but they want better, and so we allow it. Like I don't know, I guess we're very understanding. Like some people, this is their collection, they want it to be perfect. They spend a lot of money on the book, so they want a good quality book. But we do have like a cutoff that if people are complaining like with every order, it's just kind of like we're losing too much money. We can't keep doing that for you.
That makes sense.
I mean, that's a question of like, why are you still ordering with us if every one of your orders for the last 2 months has been beat up?
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
Well, Emily, unless you guys have some extra questions for her. I'm not pulling anything off of the chat right now. Do you guys have some burning desire questions to ask her?
I'm just reading a lot of the confessions in the chat. I'm sorry I'm that picky. I'm sorry I'm that guy, Emily. There's a lot of people apologizing to you.
It's fine. I mean, with you guys, I keep my job because I've emailed to answer.
Yeah. Hey, with all those Fourth World Omnibus covers you guys got back, what'd you guys do to them? Did you burn them like evil people, or recycle them, or what?
I'm not sure. I don't know what Cam did. He probably threw them away, I would assume.
Well, here's a question. Do you remember the largest order that you can remember? I guess that's addressed at you.
Is that something that you would see?
I mean, I've seen like $5,000.
$5,000 American money. Holy shit.
Yeah.
That's a lot.
I think that's around the highest amount.
Josh Angel, we already know the answer is me. Thank you.
And was he asking who it was?
Who her favorite OmniBro was, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Just go ahead and preempt it and just say me.
You can't do that, Jess. Like,
I just did.
All right, whatever. It's probably true if she watches the show. Man, $5,000.
But we all know
boxes was that?
That's got to be a lot of books, man.
That's what I'm thinking. Like, how many boxes it was?
I bet that is a crazy amount.
I bet if it's like another like local comic book store who probably got a better discount through them than they did through Diamond.
Well, yeah, I can see that.
Well, Emily, thank you for being with us tonight. We appreciate your time. You have answered every question and been very illuminating, and it's just been a real joy to have you. And we appreciate you. I can't explain to you how much everybody appreciates you and your customer service. You're just the Omnibus Collectors sweetheart. Everybody just is just nuts about how great IST's customer service is, and I know the other my other two co-hosts agree that we're just so grateful that InStockTrades is our sponsor, and we're so grateful that you take your customer service job so seriously, and we genuinely appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you for having me on. I'm sorry if I made anyone mad by my comments.
No, they listen to us.
Yeah, I mean,
if they're still around, we're the ones that piss them off.
Yeah. But yeah, thank you for having me on. It was fun.
You're always welcome to come back again.
Yeah.
And don't forget road trip. Road trip to
Memphis.
Diamond headquarters. Where are we going? InStockTrades.
InStockTrades, and then we can go visit Diamond too.
Yeah,
sure.
I'm in.
While we're there, I mean, why not?
Yeah.
Okay, well, after this, we'll do more IST stuff because we're going to be reading the previews and talk about hauls and reads, I guess. But you are free to go back to your life now, Emily, and just click on the red button at the top to sign off. And thank you so much. We really appreciate it.
Thank you.
I think Jess did a good job summing up how we feel. Thank you.
Yeah. All right. Bye, guys.
Bye. Thanks again. Awesome.
Jess, you became like a fucking tech guru. Look at you. Hit the little red button up at the top.
The little red button at the top.
He was impressed with your IT skills, man.
She works on her computer all day long. I'm sure she knows how to sign out of a program. But
well, she did have a problem signing in, so I was worried.
Oh, okay.
I was really worried about that when she said she was having a problem signing in, because I hadn't had that problem before, and there was only 10 minutes to go, so I was not sure what to do. So I was glad that it worked out.
Oh, I'm glad she got it figured out. I mean, she seems so sweet. Actually, both her and Cameron seem like really nice people, like genuinely nice people. Like, I don't think anyone must say that about me and Gabe. I'm sure everybody thinks that about Jess, though.
Yeah,
really nice person.
Yeah, Jess is the teddy bear. Me and Omar are the assholes.
we actually have some questions. Comic Guy, every quarter, the Omnibros Live, that's us, we have a 4% discount code that we announce. It's for a week. It's every quarter, and it's not stackable, but you get a 4% discount at IST. To answer your question, instead of the 2 or 3% that they usually give.
And it's and you can use it. I think it's a week, right?
Right.
That's what they gave us last time.
And so use as much as you want. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's pretty cool. It's just an extra code that they created for us. So
it's a code that made them reprogram their entire system too.
Right, and they were very happy with the results. Somebody, I think Josh Angel, asked how they felt about it, and Emily told me that they were very pleased with that, and we can be pleased with that because it means that a lot of people used Omnibroslive as a code, so that's awesome.
Oh yeah, somebody was asking how well that code did for us, how well that sell did for us. I just kind of I would have felt weird asking her, so yeah.
I didn't want to because.
Yeah, but so they did tell us that they were very happy with the sales that we brought them, and we were very happy to hear that because that's cool. As long as we're helping each other out. This is a great question. Who is nicer, Gabe or Omar? Taylor Brown said Gabe. Okay, all kidding aside, we may come across as like assholes, but Gabe is a really nice dude. Like I met him. He's a great guy. But I am twice the man he is. And I'm funnier, better looking, and better person all around. So there's that.
You're also a very big liar, Omar. You can't be twice the man I am when you're 4'5", dude.
I am 5'8", you asshole.
Zing.
And I wasn't talking about that. I was talking about girth. I'm so glad Emily's not here to hear this shit.
She could be watching it on the replay.
I was gonna say, dude, she does listen. She says so. Yeah.
Tyler Trent, thank you so much for asking. Yesterday, in the middle of my interview with Frank Gogol about grief, my wife got in a car accident and was calling me on the phone. Yeah, she just said on the phone while I'm in the middle of this interview, she just said, I just got in a car accident. And I said, okay, hang on a sec. My wife got in a car accident. And so there's like 15 seconds of silence as I'm texting her back and forth. And it turned out that she got hit by somebody else, but she's absolutely fine. Thank you, Tyler Trent, for asking. It was just a small thing that happened, but it was it was awkward and but thank you, Tyler Trent. Benjamin Pineros also today texted me and asked me how she was doing. She walked away from it without a scratch, so I appreciate your concern. Thank you, Tyler, for asking.
Oh, and, man, that happened during a live stream.
Yeah. Oh. Yeah. It was weird.
I haven't watched it. Did you keep going?
Once she said, I'm fine, just thought I'd tell you, I did.
Okay. I know what kind of husband you were. You're like, I'll just wait till she texts back and we'll write it out.
Jess, your wife, her neck hurts and she can't twist her waist. Get that insurance money.
Right. My shirt says, sorry I'm late. Didn't want to come.
Oh, that's fucked up, Jess.
No, that's my daughter. That was my daughter's Christmas gift to me because I'm so antisocial that I don't like to leave the house and go to parties or events or anything. So she got me this, and I wore it today because I was seeing her, and it just reflects my antisocial personality. She knows me extremely well.
Well, all kidding aside, I'm glad that your wife is fine.
Oh, thank you.
That's good.
Thank you very much.
I hate getting messages like that. Like, especially during a live stream. I don't know how I would handle that.
It's those kind of messages and like, oh, the kid is sick and you get nothing, like no other details. Those are the scary messages.
No, the worst ones are from the wife or the girlfriend. Like, we need to talk when you get home. So all day long, you're like, fuck, God, what'd I do, man? I leave the porn on the computer. Damn it.
Especially when you get a text from your wife and your girlfriend.
Good one.
Well, thank you, Skull Narrative. That's nice of you. Thank you very much.
What did you guys read? Did you guys haul anything or read anything this week?
I did haul things.
All right, start it off there.
Let me go get them. Just a sec.
Okay.
They're just right here on the floor. Just.
What about you, Gabe? Did you haul or read anything?
Yeah. Well, that was a problem I was having earlier. Is I can't find the cord for my laptop, so that's why I'm doing the show down here in my bedroom. And that's why, like, when I first popped on, I wasn't working right because this is like a whole new setup. Like, I probably haven't turned this computer on in like 6 months.
Okay.
So I was running around like getting all my stuff and everything for hauls and reads. So let's do this. One of the greatest eras of comic books, and you guys all know what I mean by that. I'm talking about 90s comic.
Ouch.
90s comic, bro. And I finally read this Prophet trade paperback. This thing is great. This is the old Rob Liefeld. This is the original Rob Liefeld. It started off with Dan Panosian on the art, and then it kind of ended off with Stephen Platt. This is the book that made Splat basically who he was after Moon Knight. I loved it. It's just super crazy. It's basically if Captain America happened like 2,000 years in the future. So he's just like a computer-made, government-made soldier who is now fighting back the agency that turned them this way. So it's kind of like Captain America meets Wolverine kind of thing. But I had a fun time reading this. The art in it is fantastic, especially if you're a Stephen Platt fan. So if you know what I mean by that, I'm talking about like crazy hyper detail art like this. I just like seeing just all this work here on like the arrows sticking to this guy's back, all the crazy extreme 90 veins up and down this guy's arm.
Hold on, Gabe, what was the crossover called with that guy? Extreme Sacrifice? Like he was going around killing all the characters. Like he killed. Remember, he killed Supreme. He killed like half like Brigade.
Yeah, so I think you're right, Omar. It was Extreme Sacrifice. Yeah.
That's why I remember that guy, because Stephen Platt created him.
Yep, his name's Crip. The guy was badass. I had his toy, and I kind of want to, after reading this, I kind of want to go look on eBay and find that toy again. But what sucks about this is it's like just 7 issues. So it basically is 7 out of, I think it was like a 10-issue series. So you only get 7 issues out of it, and it ends like right on like a cliffhanger too. So that was pretty shitty. But this is an old trade paperback, can't find it anymore, so I was happy that I got this, and I was finally able to read that. Jess would be excited for this, so just hold on to your pants. But I read Irredeemable Volumes 1 and 2.
Nice.
So I've been working those a little bit. I told you before I was reading this in singles, and I forgot where, but I never finished the series because I lost track of the singles. And I wanted to get that premiere or that deluxe edition. Is that what it was called? That absolute style hardcover. But I'm glad I didn't because they never continued with that line. That's all you got was that first volume. Now that Boom put out all of these Irredeemable books into these great hardcovers. I have all 5 of them, so I can't wait to burn through all of that. So I'll finally be able to finish this story. Now, Jess, with this, do you have like a favorite part out of like these first 2 hardcovers? Because I know you recently read this series, right?
Yeah, I think the favorite part of the first 2 is just the brutality of the first couple of pages. When he, let's say, I don't want to spoil it for anybody, but when he deals with the family and the little girl, and just, that just grabs you right by the collar, and you're like, whoa, this is not going to be your standard superhero book.
Yeah, no, I know what you mean. Or even there's another part like that again. Yeah, with the guy in the wheelchair.
Mm-hmm.
That part kind of stuck in my head for a couple of days and messed with me for a while. And so that's what I've been reading. And then I also bought and have been reading this Fantastic Four Epic Edition.
Oh, that's the last of the Falco stuff before it went over to Jim Lee.
Yep, exactly. This is Tom DeFalco. You got Mark Waid, Carlos Pacheco, Paul Ryan.
And what you're holding in your hand, that is my favorite Carlos Pacheco kind of art style. I don't like his new stuff.
Oh,
I like
too,
that.
Dude.
I like that 90s stuff. I don't know why.
No, I don't like his new stuff either. Same with like Salvador LaRocca. I liked his style from like this era and stuff like this. Because after this, like you said, this is the last. This is issues 403 through 416, and also collects Onslaught Marvel Universe, which is one of my favorite single issues of all time. So like you said, this is the end of Volume 1 of Fantastic Four. Onslaught happens. We all know that turns into the Heroes Reborn universe, and then the Heroes Return. And then after that, turns into the Salvador LaRocca run for a little bit after Carlos Pacheco as well.
I'm with Fort Jelly. I'm waiting for them to collect the Claremont Fantastic Four. I know you are too.
Yes, dude, I would be totally excited.
That's the only thing we don't have from the Heroes Return stuff.
Yeah. We have this. Exactly.
We have Omni's Captain America. We have two Omnis of Thor, and you have the
Avengers.
Iron Man, and you have one of Iron Man. The only one we don't have is the Claremont FF with Salvador LaRocca.
Yeah. I think Carlos Pacheco was on it for a while at first, and then Salvador LaRocca and Chris Claremont. That stuff lasted for a pretty good time. Also,
he's the one that's where Valeria's introduced.
Yeah, exactly. So, that's the whole thing where Doom delivers the baby. Yeah.
So it's crazy, like, because she plays such a prominent character nowadays. Well, she did before the family disappeared.
Right. I mean, again, I think that all kind of, if they were going to do that, it all halted because of that whole anti-Fantastic Four kind of thing they had going on that all for a while because of the movie rights, where they didn't print anything Fantastic Four, any T-shirts, toys, any licensing deals, or even like new collected editions up until just now. And now we're getting a floodgate of Fantastic Four collected editions opening up on us. So
I'm sure we'll see it because we've seen a lot of reprints solicited. So I'm waiting.
And I also expect some Silver Surfer stuff to happen as well.
I would hope so. That thing has been long out of print.
Yeah. And they only did that one omnibus. They could have done a volume 2 as well.
Did they ever release the Stanley? What was it called? The Mobius Stanley
Parable.
They released it in an oversized format or just a standard hardcover?
I want to say it was standard.
I don't own it, so I don't know.
Yeah, maybe the chat will correct this. They will. Someone's like, "Motherfucking Gabe, that's nobody's talking about. It was oversized."
There's Tyler Blunt. Tyler, how you doing, buddy?
What about you, Jess? What did you pick up, man? Or did you read?
Is it what we read?
It's what you picked up or read, whatever.
Well, I read. Let's see. I read Secret Warriors Omnibus because I started my Hickman Summer Readathon. I read Secret Warriors Omnibus. I read Fantastic Four #1 Omnibus. I'm about halfway through Fantastic Four 2 Omnibus, and it's not grabbing me as much as the first one did, so I'm taking a little break. I'm reading Agents of Atlas. I read Deadpool Back in Black.
What'd you think of Agents of Atlas?
I just started it.
Okay.
So far I love it. It reminds me of the old Doom Patrol type comic. I love it. It's
a fun read.
It's like Silver Age Madness only updated. So I really love it. So I am getting I lost Shield Architects of Forever in the flood. So I'm getting a copy of that. So I'll read that as soon as it comes to me. And then I will move on from Fantastic Four 2 to, I believe, the Ultimate series. And then that leads into Hick Vengers, I believe.
Oh, okay. Is Ultimates. I thought you meant the entire Ultimate Universe.
No, he did Ultimate
And
Thor.
That'd be a lot of work just to do that. To read
Unlike Gabe and Gio, I will tell you, just read a Wikipedia entry.
No.
Save yourself the heartache.
You son of a bitch.
Damn. All right. Sorry,
So,
Jess. What else did you read?
That's what I read. Yeah.
Did you haul anything?
I did haul. I did get a decent sized haul. I got for those of you out there, he hasn't been a member of the group for at least a year, but he was a very active member in the beginning. He is one of the most wonderful guys out there. His name's Bon Idlehouse, and he has very interesting tastes in books. And he just rejoined today. He lives out in the Bay Area, and he recommended that I get a book called Eartha. This is a big Herkin book. And it's he just recommended it's a total blind buy for me, but I'll show you some of the art and I'll read from the back. Revenge fantasies, sexual encounters, murder plots, secret ambitions, they all once found sanctuary in Echo Fjord. That is where for 1,000 years unfinished dreams from the city across the sea came to live out their lives, guided lovingly by the fjord folk. But recently the dreams have stopped drifting to Echo Fjord, and without their ethereal tourists, the fjord folk are lost. Why has the city stopped sending its dreams? So you can see that the art is very interesting. And I'm looking forward to reading this book because anything that Bon recommends is out of the ordinary and usually very, very good. So I'm excited to read this book.
That looks awesome.
Yeah.
I love the art in it, like the kind of painted, like watercolor kind of thing they got going on.
Yeah, there's a lot of different kind of stuff going on in this book. Once again, it's called Eartha. It wouldn't be a haul without a book about boobs for me. So this is I can't show you any of this. Well, I guess I can. No, I can't show you that.
Show us. Come on. No, we actually don't. I gotta tell you why soon.
I can't show you that. No, I can't show you this either. I can only show you the cover. It started out as a web comic, and then I saw that it was a Kickstarter, and of course I had to get it, and it is complete smut. I roved out. It is utter and total degraded smut.
How do you hear about these books?
Actually, I heard about this on the group.
The dark web.
It's got really fabulous art.
I love that cover. Reminds me a little bit of what's his name, Simon Beasley.
Yeah, it does sort of. That's what it looks like. It looks like Simon Beasley's art. Let me see.
So some heavy metal influence.
Yeah, I can show you this part right here.
Okay, yeah, totally heavy metal.
Yeah, heavy metal is a good way to describe it.
Digging that, man. That looks great. And this is only a Kickstarter?
As far as I know, but I mean, he's probably gonna. Let's see. Can I show you? No, I can't show you that. I can't show you that. Not a whole lot I can show you. I can show you this. As far as I know, it's a Kickstarter still, but I think it's going to be. I think he's distributing it. Let me give you the guys. I think it's a woman, Alexis Flower. Let me see if there's a website for it because it's really, really interesting. Alexis Flower. I roved out. It started as a web comic. Here's some more art I can show you.
This is the funniest.
What?
Oh no, that's great. Yeah,
I think good. There's no boobs. There's no boobs. Right on.
I'm not showing any of that.
Of course, yes. Probably the most innocent one of us is like showing off all this weird.
I know. I question whether I should show it or not.
Just real quick, have you checked the chat in like the last 10 minutes?
There's no way he has.
Oh, I haven't.
So, real quick, Jess, Emily's parents are in the chat.
Oh my God.
So I'm gonna talk.
Like, it's Barbara. It's Barbara's in the chat.
I'm so
beautiful,
sorry.
Really nice. This very nice, sweet like message saying, "Good job, Emily. Dad and I were watching, and you made us proud." And she does all to help us in our yard work. She's a little workhorse, LOL. And then you start just like titties and boobs and all this.
No,
stuff.
I didn't show any of that. I said I,
know,
can't
but
show
you're
you any of that.
just talking about it and the chance that it might have happened. Like
The best part is the chat. Everybody in the chat's like, "Stop, Jess." Stop.
Oh my God, everybody's going crazy in the chat, and you guys let it go on.
Oh, it's too funny not to let it go on. Because Emily might think you're like the best Omnibro, but I can't wait for her mom to tell her, like, you need to stop talking to that Jess guy. He's got issues.
Those other
Oh
two,
my
those
gosh.
guys are sweethearts.
Those are two fine gentlemen.
Yeah,
Great.
those nice brown boys.
Oh dear.
What else did you call, buddy?
I think Omar's not in his his dirty statue room during all this either.
Well, I can't show you a lot of these other books either.
What is wrong with you?
It's the Dave Stevens sketchbook.
I thought you already owned all this stuff.
No, I didn't own this Dave Stevens stuff. Can't show you that. I can show you that. Wait, let's see. Yeah, I can show you. No, I can't show you that.
Her mom said that's right. I'm telling her.
Oh, Mom, I'm so sorry. Here, this is. I can show you this. This is from Dave Stevens' sketchbook.
Beautiful. Dave Stevens is a great artist, man. He didn't do a lot of work either. He did very little, maybe like a little bit more than like Rocketeer and stuff like that. But beautiful stuff. Just didn't do a lot of it.
He's one of my favorite artists, so I really, really dig him. And so these are two books, Covers and Stories, and that was a sketchbook, and this is Covers and Stories. I can't show you that. I can't show you that. Can't show you that.
Yeah, just can't even stand up.
Anyway, it's really great.
Where did you find those?
Yeah, what smut house did you go to?
Actually, they're from IDW. I think I got them right off of Amazon. They're in print and not expensive.
Okay.
I thought it'd been funny if you would have got it from Emily's job.
No, I did not get them from IST.
What else did you get, buddy? Did you get anything else?
Yeah.
Is this like your one time a month that you get like dirty books?
Yeah, I'll show you what else I got. Betty Page comics.
At least it's classy smut.
Yeah, well, actually, there's nothing wrong in this book. It's just Betty Page is like a superhero, and I love Betty Page. So
that's up your alley.
Yeah, and so there's all kinds of different art in this book. I got this from IST, by the way, so you know it's okay. So I got the Betty Page book. Then I got Superwoman.
I love that Emily's mom is trolling us. She said, "I just texted Emily." This is great. This might be the best live stream we've had in a long time.
I got Deadpool Mercs for Money.
Probably should have started with that.
Yeah, I should have. I questioned whether I should have shown that, and gosh darn it, it bit me on the rear end. And then I finally hauled something normal, Superman Rebirth Deluxe.
Dude, I read that in one sitting. I love that book. Superman.
Awesome.
It's
awesome. I'm looking forward to reading that after some other stuff.
My DCBS order came in, and saying I ain't got no job right now. I went ahead and like read a bunch of books. Oh, because I had an interview that day, and I'm like, I had to mentally prepare myself. I took the kids, took them to my parents' house, and I'm like, I'm just gonna read comics. I'm like, chill, and yeah. So I did all the Rebirth books that came out, all the volumes 2 hardcovers that I got in for the month of May. So Superman being my favorite, and followed by Detective, which was awesome too. You still with me, Jess? Are you okay,
I'm
buddy?
reading the comments.
Okay.
Mrs. Swavely just texted her. I can't believe it. That's just too funny.
I was just saying, Jess, I think this is the best live stream we've had.
She's totally trolling me. God, I love it. That's right. I'm telling her.
Yes, I tried to warn you before you got into it, man.
We were both like, We were just laughing though most of the time. We're like, let him ride.
No, I kept telling him no. I was like, no, Jess, don't do it. But he just kept going.
I'll tell you why in a minute.
It's okay.
All right. I'm gonna redeem you, Jess. I'm gonna redeem it.
You are.
Yeah, I got you, brother. I got you. So, I had something unfortunate happen to me. I lost my job. It was outside of my control. Not last Friday, but the previous Friday, and it hit me because I've never in 26 years I've never been without a job, or so this is crazy. And I called Jess because he's kind of like my mentor outside of his booby book collecting. He's a genuinely great human being and a great guy to talk to when times are hard. And I think that's what a lot of people like him, and a lot of people see him that way too. So the only book I hauled came from my friend Jess Bragg, and this was a nice surprise. So thank you very much, Jess. I have not started reading this. This is Going to Guy's Devil Man. It is a manga. It is hardcover. This is released by Seven Seas. They just licensed this. It is the original 1970. I can't show much of this though. Not Jess's fault. He had no idea what this was, but it's Going to Guy's 1972 superhero character from Japan called Devil Man, who a bunch of demons are running amok in the city, and this little guy named Akira Fuda, he takes on the guise of Devil Man and fights these demons. It's got these gorgeous, like, semi-painted watercolor or water tone black and white art at the beginning, and then he gets into the regular stuff. But for stuff from 1972, this is the guy that did Cutie Honey, Massinger Z, a lot of giant robot stuff from Japan. This is probably the art style that most people would recognize him from. But yeah, thank you, Jess. It means a lot to me, man. You didn't have to buy me anything. Just you being there and listening to me with my woes was enough. But I appreciate it, brother.
Peace
You're
and
a kind
love.
man.
Peace and love.
You're a good man, despite of what books you buy.
Omar, move to Vegas.
I told my wife, and she was like, I'm like, dude, I could work at a comic book store. Me and Gabe can do the show live from there.
I guarantee you get like a huge house for what you're paying for over there.
It's crazy. I was telling her about the outskirts of Vegas because, she's only been to Vegas twice, and it's always been Vegas, right? Touristy Vegas. Yeah. Totally strip clubs. But, she never got to see the side of Vegas that you showed me, which is where where you and Eric live, like the real people. I think that's awesome. Because I guess when most people think of Vegas, they think of the casinos,
the gambling and stuff. Yeah, totally.
They forget that normal people live there that have to work at those places.
Yeah. I mean, the price of living out here is pretty nice, man.
I know, dude. You were telling me about that.
And dude, getting some IT job at a casino, man, you'll be made.
Oh man, I don't know if that's a good idea.
But you get anything else, bro? You said that was it, right?
That's it. Yeah.
That's it. Yeah. Cool. All right. So you guys want to check out what's coming out this week? Finally, it's a decent week, man. It's been dead for like a month.
Yeah. Why do they do this to us? There's like
this is a big week.
3 Omnis.
Yeah,
3
man.
Omnis coming out this.
Last week was a good week too for Jess, but
Well, this was actually 2 weeks ago.
Well, no, I'm just saying because Nightfall Volume 3 came out last week.
Oh yeah, I was especially happy about that.
No, we've got one of you guys got the list handy because I know there's 3 Omnis right off the bat. There's Runaways.
You gonna do it, Gabe?
You got one of you guys.
Yeah, if you want to do it, man, go for it.
And then you've got
okay.
You guys fighting over this, really?
We're just wanting to help you out. Shut up.
How about we both do it then? And it'd be all super weird.
Do it. Can I go ahead and say what's coming out? All right, go ahead.
Just go ahead and say what's coming out.
Visuals.
Oh.
Wait, this is a visual show, right?
Absolutely.
Wait, let me open it.
I'm curious to see.
If you don't have it open, Jess, give me 2 seconds. I got it already.
No, I got it open. It's right here.
All right.
I'm curious to see what books are 50% off. That's why, because we got such a huge week this week. Infinite Loop. There we go. All right, Jess. Real quick, let's look at the big ones here. It's got Battle Angel Alita, Chronicles of Mars, Volume 3. Oh. Let's see.
Oh, you know what? I forgot to isolate on me. Sorry.
Oh, yeah, do that real quick. Master IT Man. All right, the first 50% book I see right now, and somebody can correct me if I'm wrong, but it looks like it's that Green Lantern, Green Arrow, Traveling Heroes Deluxe hardcover. That's a $50 book, $25. And then we also have Dark Knight's Metal Deluxe hardcover, $30 at 50% off, and that is $15. I am going to wait for the omnibus that we were told.
I think everybody's going to wait for that omnibus. Yeah, that was a bad idea, them announcing that ahead of time. Or they didn't announce it.
Wasn't
Snyder
letting it out of the bag. Yeah. And I think even, what's his name? Didn't Capullo say, did you just cost us some money?
Yeah, something like that, yeah.
Let's see. There was another book, the Miles Morales Ultimate Spider-Man run. That will be 50% off, so that book will be $62.50. And don't forget, that 50% off also stacks with your 2% loyalty discount if you bought something last week. Where is the other book that I was looking for?
There's a Batman Birthright Deluxe Volume 2.
Oh man, shit! The Mobius library inside Mobius.
Yeah, inside Mobius is out too. Yeah,
that's at 42% off. That's a good. It's good. Times are hard, guys. I got to make decisions.
Oh, first world
problem. Should I feed my kids or should I get an omnibus? All right, and there is Runaways by Brian K. Vaughan, $62.50. The exact same material that is covered in the 3 oversized hardcovers. Jobless Omar is gonna keep his hardcovers.
Yeah, no, I'm skipping on it anyways because I have the 3 hardcovers also, and I love the series. And I first read it when they're first coming out. Tried reading it again, it was a different experience, and I didn't like it. So, yeah,
I really dig that series. But it's $62.50 at 50% off. It's got a brand new cover by Adrian Alphonse, I believe it's the name. Oh, damn, and Wonder Woman, George Perez, Omnibus Volume 3. Okay, good. It's up 50% off. Man, I love the fact that they just pick all these. They really don't have to, right? It's a Volume 3 of a series. They could have left it at 42% off, but it's so nice to have it at 50% off that first week. Not so nice when it's, like, with 2 other Omnis.
Or what about Miles Morales, too? That's coming out.
Oh, yeah, that was counting that. Yeah. Runaways, Miles Morales, and Wonder Woman. Yeah, yeah.
Here's
that's probably
Kaiju Max. That's great. And Insects is also great.
Those are the books you read from Aftershock, right?
Yeah.
Lumberjanes.
I have the first Lumberjanes, but I haven't read it yet.
I haven't. I almost bought it for my kids. I didn't know if it was like for kids or what, but I've been wrong before. And those are the highlights right there, the big books. The big books.
So yeah. I'm not sure if I'm going to pick up. I mean, it's a good week of books, but I'm not sure if I'm going to pick any of this stuff up right away.
Well, I'm for sure I'm going to get the Miles Morales book. And
I'm not sure if I'm going to grab that right away or not.
And Wonder Woman Volume 3. What about you, Jess? What are you picking up?
Batman Rebirth.
Yes.
2. Black Bolt trade paperback Volume 2. I'm going to get that. I'm thinking about getting all of Deadpool World's Greatest. I might be getting that. Gotham City Garage trade. I'm getting that for sure. Hal Jordan, perhaps Hal Jordan. Insects, Kaiju Max, getting that. Miles Morales, I've been waiting for that one. And no, I'm sticking with my 3 hardcovers for Runaways. And and Wonder Woman by George Perez. So yeah, this is going to be a big week for me.
Dang, that is a big week for you. I love that my boy Cycle Cleveland's back on here asking what kind of bike does Emily own. She has not been on the show for 40 minutes almost. He's asked 3 times. That's awesome. That is awesome. Jimmy, you don't have to, brother. That is so sweet. This group is so sweet. So that's it, guys. Let's take it to the chat. Let's take it to the chat and see if they have questions for us, or if they have already asked enough questions.
It's a lot of people coming to Vegas over the summer, man. A lot of people are hitting me up in the chat. Yeah, man, Vegas is the place to be.
Let's take about 10 more minutes and then call it a night, fellas. We've been on for quite a while.
Has it been a while?
About an hour and 40 minutes.
Hour and a half. Yeah.
Yeah. I just saw the messages on Facebook, Gabe. Don't start without me, dicks. How are we supposed to know, man?
That's why I sent it to you in a text message.
Yeah, on Facebook, but we weren't on Facebook.
Nah.
I just grabbed. Oh, look, man! Here's a Tyler Trent CGC Mighty Thor 705.
Oh, the death of what's her face? Yeah,
Jane Foster. Spoilers.
Yeah, that's a really beautiful art gem cover you got there.
I wanted that Joshua Middleton cover that I texted you about, the Batgirl one.
Yeah, everybody was after that Batgirl. Yeah, nobody ordered it, dude. But we have, I don't know, maybe like 5 people on pulls for Batgirl. So I think we ordered maybe 8 regular copies. And I think I saw that cover. I thought that cover is pretty cool. And I upped it to maybe like 5 of the variant of that cover. But that cop came and grabbed them all. You know, what was I going to say? No.
Yeah, when you told me a cop came and grabbed them, I'm like, for what? Like, I thought it was like some kind of like questioning or something going on.
No,
it looks beautiful.
Yeah, no, he's just a cool guy. He's just a cool cop who comes in and buys comics and hangs out with us all the time.
Okay.
And he told me he'll let me go on a ride along with him.
Ooh,
like
that's cool.
Like on a bike?
No, like in a cop car.
Oh, okay.
And this time not in the back seat.
I was like, we've been in plenty of ride-alongs.
Yeah.
Jess, there's a question for you, man. What kind of reviews are you hoping to do soon on your channel? Jess has a channel? Outside of OmniBros?
Not after tonight. I think I'm going to have to text Emily and apologize.
Yeah, you're going to make us lose our sponsorship, Jess.
Okay, guys, quit freaking out.
I think it's a good thing Mrs. Swavely has a good sense of humor.
I love the fact that she was trolling you just as hard as everybody else in the chat.
Yeah, dude, she just kept going, man.
I'm going to review, let's see. I'm getting the 2nd volume of Mother Panic, so I'll review both of those together. I finished Sif Journey into Mystery, so I'm going to review that. Then I will probably start reviewing my Hickman. I don't know if I should do the Hickman-a-thon all at once or as I read it, but I'm reading other things in between it, so I may just read those and do the Hickman-a-thon at the end of the summer or whenever I finish it. So those will be...
I really want to do that Hickman. I really want to do that too. Just
that Hickman run is awesome. Gabe, you need to stop and read the last message we got from Emily's mom.
Good night, gentlemen, and Jess.
That might be the best message we've gotten ever.
I'm taking a picture of that shit right now. Give me a second. Where'd I go? Look at that shit.
Nobody's gonna believe that.
That is hilarious.
So savage.
Yeah, man, that lady's got some clapbacks on me, Jess. Wow.
She made
totally deserved.
I'm sorry, Jess. I didn't mean to stop you. What else are you gonna review?
She had to get one more before she left.
No, I think it's perfect. No, I got nothing else that I'm going to review except maybe my life choices.
review your life choices. I don't think I've laughed this hard on a live stream before. That's pretty good, man.
And it's always Jess. We always laugh when like somebody messes with him. He cracks a tooth, spills soda all over his laptop, or if he's just almost showing naked boobs to our guest's parents.
It ain't easy being me.
Yeah.
Let's see. Was there any other questions in the chat, guys? I love the fact that everybody's saying goodnight to her. That's great.
Yeah.
What a great community.
Yeah, the Goon Squad is badass, dude. They're good guys down there.
What do you want for the new Spider-Man Omnibus? I want the continuation after Roger Stern. That would be good. I want a David Michelini, Mark Bagley Omnibus to follow right after that Eric Larson Omnibus collecting Carnage. I guess it would be Cardiac, Carnage, and then all the way up to Maximum Carnage. That would be great. How about you guys? What kind of Spidey collection? Am I the only one on the show?
No.
I know Jess is still in shock, so I'm asking you, Gabe.
Yeah, I'm stunned right now.
What was the question? What Spidey books do we want to see in a collection, or what Spidey books do we want to see like in a omnibus?
In an omnibus. I went with the David and Mark Bagley, Carnage.
Yeah, all the like the Cardiac, all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
I would love that too, but I would want the rest of Ultimate Spider-Man in omnibuses.
I mean, Dan Slott's Omnis would be good too, but that would take.
Yeah, that'd be a good idea. But I want that ultimate Spider-Man series. I think deserves to be like archived and preserved, and be able to be more obtainable than it is already. Because those two hardcovers, I think the oversized hardcovers that are like impossible to find.
Mm-hmm.
So I think there's a lot of people out there who haven't yet been introduced to Spider-Man, who I think would enjoy Ultimate Spider-Man because of like Spider-Man Homecoming, and a new younger version we have in the MCU. I think they're doing a disservice not having that book out.
I am honestly surprised they didn't go any further than that. I'm honestly surprised the way that Bendis collections get treated at Marvel. It's really weird. For a guy that got a lot of work at Marvel, I mean, he was Marvel's golden boy. His Daredevils went out of print. His New Avengers, Ultimate Spider-Man, and I guess we can add Guardians of the Galaxy, all got one volume each.
Mm-hmm.
His X-Men run has not been collected in an omnibus format. Alias, I think, is the only book that he did that got another printing, right?
I think you're right. Yeah,
it's got a couple of printings. Yeah,
that's out of print now.
That Noir book is going out of print. That was like on somebody's list of it being low.
Powers only got
the one omnibus. Yeah.
So for being Marvel's golden boy, I don't understand why they never. Because like I would assume, at least to me, Jeff Johns is considered DC's golden boy.
Yeah.
And
I
he
agree with that.
gets so much love. Like everything he has written has been in omnibus format. I don't know why Marvel doesn't treat Bendis the same way, or maybe I could be wrong. Maybe it didn't sell. Maybe his stuff doesn't sell. I don't know.
I have a hard time believing that, or else the singles and the trade paperbacks wouldn't be as popular as they were.
Mm-hmm.
So I have a hard time thinking that they don't sell. But
Dan Slott's run, man, that would be huge. Dave K was talking about that. And, man, that would be at least, maybe 5 Omnis. I mean, if you throw Superior Spider-Man in, oh, no, hell no, it would be 6 or 7. Because I forgot he's still writing the book. I was looking at my Big Time and Brand New Day stuff. It would be a...
Now I'd like to see Maximum Carnage in like a standalone, like oversized hardcover.
Well, that's going to be part of that Spider-Man versus Venom. So
right, but like I said, I would like to see it in like a standalone, like its own. It deserves its own hardcover.
Yeah,
I mean that storyline got a fucking video game.
No, you're right. It does.
No other storyline in comics has ever gotten really a video game like that before.
X-Men, the 6-player.
What storyline did they follow?
Every one of them. No, the Pride of the X-Men storyline. Pride of the X-Men.
A comic book storyline never made it into a video game besides Maximum Carnage.
Right, they went straight to it.
No, I'm lying. Again, Ultimate Spider-Man. That was a comic book or a video game. I think it was based off the comic as well.
Yeah, probably. Good night, Taylor Brown.
Later, bro.
Congratulations.
Later, Taylor.
And on that note, we should probably start saying goodnight. My daughter's been in here asking me to come out there a couple times. So is that a good stopping point? I don't think Jess has much to say.
I don't.
Really bad.
Did we get enough questions? I mean, did we finish everybody off?
Yeah. My wife's finishing me off. She's like, that's a good stopping point. She agreed.
Okay. Well, this show was brought to you by InStockTrades.com, where you can get up to 50% off your collected editions. They also offer 2 to 3% loyalty discounts up to $50. Over $50 gets you free shipping in the United States. Every quarter, you get a 4% loyalty discount from Omnibroslive. Fabulous customer service and fabulous packaging. That's InStockTrades.com. And that's it. Where can we find you on the internet, Omar?
Hey, guys. Sorry, man. I'm still laughing at that. You can find me on my channel, my YouTube channel called Near Mint Condition. And tomorrow, we're going to do a live stream tomorrow. We're going to talk about Planet Hulk. It's been a while since I read this. This is actually Philip Evans. He's on the chat tonight. He suggested reading this, and my co-host and I read it. I read this as it was coming out, so this was nice to go back to. And they have read it for the first time this week, so excited to talk about it.
Did they read the Omnibus too, or was that just you?
I read the Omni. Amanda bought the trade paperback, and then Maddie downloaded the Comixology stuff. So she does a lot of digital. Like, she really has to like something to buy the Omni. So yeah, can't wait to talk about that. That's tomorrow, 8 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. If you want to join us for a live chat, that would be great. And thanks again, Philip. It's a great choice, man.
And what time is your show on, Omar?
8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time tomorrow. Yeah.
Okay. And Gabe, where can they find you?
Everybody can find me here on YouTube as well. Gabe Infinity Watch. Mondays here on Omniboslive. Instagram is Gabe Infinity Watch. And forever in Las Vegas, come by and see Torpedo Comics. I'll be there working. And if you're going to be at San Diego Comic-Con this year, I'll also be there working the Torpedo booth and walking around trying to recruit some signings for 2019. So
dude, that is awesome.
That's where you can find me.
That is awesome. That's you're gonna have a blast there.
Yeah, it's gonna be busy.
Oh yeah,
crazy. I haven't been in years, but the last one I went to was insane. So
one day, all the Omnibros will be there. One
day on a panel.
Yep.
Right, and Barbara Swavely will be in the audience.
Jess, where can they find you, buddy?
John Key might just cycle his way down to San Diego if he did that.
Where can they find you, Jess?
They can find in the doghouse at OmniDog's Vault on YouTube and Instagram, OmniDogs_Vault. Okay, thank you, everybody. Peace and love, peace and love. Thank you for everybody that participated in the chat. You can please smash the like button. Listen to us on podcast on iTunes and the Android app. You can listen to us as a podcast. And with that, we say goodnight and thank you. Peace and love. Peace and love.